Good.
Okay. Hello, Erica. Great to have the opportunity to speak with you. I'm chatting with you from Toronto, Canada.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Well, listen, what can I tell you? Thank you for the John Wick world, as far as I'm concerned. I, I remember doing the junket for the very first film, and after seeing it, I was like, because I'm really that wasn't my thing, right? And I'm like, I am hooked. I go, what is this? This is amazing. What do you think now? 4 movies later, now the Continental ballerina coming. Why are we obsessed with this world?
I think that the world is really fun and there's a lot of wish fulfillment. There's a lot of escapism that I think people are, especially in the last few years, really excited by and just want to have fun at the movies. And I think that that's what the films do a really good job of, and now the TV show as well. I think that in going back to that first movie, it was sort of like thematics of a character like everyone loves Keanu, right? I mean, you're a Canadian, I think, hometown boy.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I think it was such a clean concept of like a guy and a character who was fighting for a simple
Yeah.
revenge story, but for a dog, which is sort of what resonated with me the first time I read the script.
Exactly.
Um, it's something I think everyone could sort of get on board with, and the way that Keanu embodied the character uh people really fell in love with him, men and women.
Yeah.
And then it's been really fun to kind of explore. We go to sprawling locations and the movies are beautiful. The action is very distinct. And at the time when the first one came out, it was a style of action that had not been done before. And I think that the long takes, the choreography, the sort of action in confined spaces and really specific to and a lot of those were decisions that we made in production for arbitrary, and there wasn't for budget reasons or for whatever that was. And so it was just something really different at the time. And I think that we've been really lucky to expand on it and add a really fun cast of characters and new locations and new conundrums for John Wick and his, foes to kind of follow.
Yeah, absolutely. And as a fan, I was saying I always love having a backstory. Like I just like that because where did these
Yeah.
people come from? Like, it gives you such a rich amount of things to work with here. So for the Continental, like just from that very first shot, like it just drew me right in. I mean, not only is it stylish and beautiful to look at, but we get the action that we want, but we learn about some of these people and their backstory. But you guys have decided to do kind of 3 mini movies, which I think is
Mhm.
phenomenal. Why did you decide to go this route as opposed to maybe doing a 10-part series?
We always love the idea of doing mini movies. I think there's so much for us to tell within the series. We were creating a lot of backstories from scratch. We were digging, in the movies, we don't have a lot of time to explore all of the characters and especially the Continental as the main character. So there was
Yeah.
so much to tell. And I think that we always are trying to, do something a little bit different. And so that was really exciting to Basil and myself as producers is to, we're not traditional television producers, was to tell the movie into 3 kind of mini movies and
Yeah.
it be a real event series that people were excited about. And so that was what was exciting to us as storytellers. And we were able to kind of in within the format tell have more time with the characters and kind of
Mhm.
invest in the storylines, do bigger action sequences that were longer. They're not your traditional kind of 10 episode um, that this format uh, was really hospitable for.
Yeah, it totally works. There's no question. I mean, I was not bored for 10 seconds. Like honestly, it was so riveting. And I love the fact too, like you've got Albert Hughes who kind of, starts it off, then you go with Charlotte, and then Albert, winds it up. Did you sit down with the 2 directors like at the same time to say, like, here's the vision, and then Charlotte, you got to take it from Albert. Like, how does something like that work? Because obviously, in traditional series, you can have 10 different directors. It doesn't
Right.
matter. But here, you've decided to, put Charlotte in the middle, which I think is awesome because it's more of the drama. There is
Yes.
action. but you know, Albert does what he does best. So what is that like collaborating with the two of them?
It was really great. I mean, I think Albert was someone that we had always loved as a filmmaker and were huge fans of. And so when we were deciding to do the Continental, he was, one of he was like the perfect choice. And so he came on early on and was also, debating whether or not he would direct all three episodes, how he would EP it, how it would work. And we decided that there would be a director in between,
Mhm.
and really love the idea of a female director. We met Charlotte, and we're big fans of her work from, she's done countless amazing episodes of TV.
Yes.
And so she came in and kind of seamlessly fit into the sort of world that we had created, and brought her own set of ideas and thoughts. And we were really lucky to have Albert kind of on from the beginning to the end, uh, as he EP'd at night two. So there's a real kind of like through line with him, and
Right.
Charlotte brought so much. And then Charlotte, jumped onto some other shows. So we had her for like this great small moment in time, and
Yeah.
really appreciative of everything she brought to it.
Yeah, and like I said too, her center is the drama. We get a little bit more about these characters and stuff, but I'm not going to let it go with these kick-ass women that you have
I
in this
know.
series. Holy mackerel, like every single one of them really holds their own and really shines in their own specific action scenes. How cool was that for you to just
I
sit back
mean,
and watch them?
obviously as a woman, and one of the few women that work on the John Wick films, this was the most
Yeah.
exciting part to me. I think that, women in action is something that I'm really passionate about, and push within John Wick, but also within the other movies I produce. And so it was so exciting to have a sprawling cast of really kick-ass characters that
Yeah.
were all, dimensional and different and diverse and have their own skill sets. Yen is one of my favorite characters. I think
Oh,
I'll probably ever have the chance of working on and with, and it's really exciting. And I think
yeah.
audiences are gonna love it.
I want to see her team up with Michelle Yeoh. That would be a movie.
Yes, that would be amazing. I've never worked with Michelle Yao, but I'm a huge fan and would love to have her somewhere in Wick Universe.
Yeah, I would like to see that too. I think it's amazing. Just have a couple seconds left, but obviously we are going to get Ballerina.
Mhm.
And it's been confirmed that we're going to see Keanu. I mean, how exciting is that now to have Anna kind of take over the mantle and work with her? And oh my God, that character in number four was like, oh man, you are a very lucky lady, Erica, is all I have to say.
I am very lucky. I have a really fun job. Anna was incredible to work with. We're still working on Ballerina. The movie is not done yet, so it's a bit early to say too much about it,
Yeah.
but it is, she was incredible to work with. She trained, she brought it all. It's, John Wick universe is really fun.
Yes.
And the Continental is exciting. I'm excited to launch it. We've been working on it for a long time and see how audiences respond, and then figure out what's next.
Yeah, well, I think audiences are really going to love the Continental. I so loved it. And my fingers are crossed that we're going to get more stories because I think there's a lot going on in this universe that just never can end. I think it's endless, and it's timeless. So thank you so much for your time today, Eric. I really appreciate it. And thank you for this series. It's wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, have a
Nice
good day.
meeting you.
Bye bye.